Detroit Lions quarterback Jared Goff was one of the best signal callers in the league last season, but somehow, someway, the guy is still wildly underrated.
Unbelievable.
This guy.
It's wild.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
You asked for it and we delivered. It's Fan Friday, and you, the fans, chose today's topic for Point of View. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Let me know which NFL player you think is the most underrated. There's so many options, but I gotta go with the man that has helped the Lions return to prominence in the NFL. I don't need to tell Detroit fans how bad it's been for decades. That seems all to be behind them, and it pretty much directly coincided with the arrival of Goff and head coach Dan Campbell in 2021. In their first season with the team, the Lions posted a record of 3-10-1 in his starts. Still, Goff threw for over 3,000 yards and 19 touchdowns with rookie Amon-Ra St. Brown as his primary target. In just that 2021 season alone, 20 different players caught passes. So that just goes to show the mishmash of talent he had to throw to. But things started to trend up in 2022 when the Lions finished with a winning record for the first time since 2017, and again, a ton of credit has to be given to Goff. He threw for nearly 4,500 yards and 29 scores as he was named to his first Pro Bowl since 2018 while he was still in LA. And of course, they finished that season on a huge high note as they knocked out my Green Bay Packers in the final game of the season and effectively ended the Aaron Rodgers era at Lambeau. But still, a lot of people were skeptical of the Lions and if they had really turned a corner or if it was a one-off season. But that was never a question to the true Honolulu Blue fans. You were seeing in real time the progression of St. Brown and Khalif Raymond as they turned into trusted targets for Goff. And that fully continued into 2023, where they became a powerhouse in the NFL with their franchise QB at the helm. But before we get more into that, here are the results of this week's poll question. Thanks to everyone who voted. Look out for another question on Monday. Back to Detroit's 2023 season. Their 12 wins were the most they've had since 1991. Most of you are aware of that, I'm sure, but still, there's probably not a lot of you that were alive the last time you saw such a successful season from this team. And somehow, Goff didn't get in the MVP race despite the turnaround of the franchise and tossing for over 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns. Even so, he pushed Detroit into the national spotlight as they fell just short of a Super Bowl appearance. Now that they've had a taste of success, they seem poised to continue on this path as long as Goff is under center. Here's what he had to say after that NFC Championship loss when asked how his past experiences will help him push forward.
I think we're going to get everyone's best shot now, and like Dan has said, it's going to get harder. We're going to play the one seed from every division, and however the scheduling works, the cross conference will be a top seed as well. So it's not going to be easy, and we're going to get everyone's best shot, and we got to come ready to go, and our expectations will continue to go higher and higher as we continue to have success. So, but that's why you play. That's why you play in this league, is to be on teams like this and to have expectations like we hope to have, and to play in games like we've played in the last 3 weeks, and to put ourselves in situations to reach our goals, and unfortunately came up short. But I think we showed a lot of people that who we are and where we know we can be in this league.
Nothing better than a leader who doesn't shy away from expectations. And while it feels like he's been in the league a long time because he has, a lot of people forget he's still just 29 years old as we enter the 2024 season. He's in his prime, and so are the Lions. So what more could you ask for? And maybe it's because of the history of the Lions or that Goff is more of an under-the-radar, laid-back kind of guy, but he still isn't getting the attention he deserves. Sure, the Lions are consistently predicted to be a top 5 team in the NFL this season, but not enough credit is being given to the guy under center. If you haven't seen the discredit or think I'm lying, check this out. In February, a month after the Lions season ended, a reporter asked Dan Campbell about fans and media saying that Goff isn't a Super Bowl level quarterback. And of course, he responded in the best way possible. Listen in.
I get it because it hasn't happened yet. I mean, just people saying it, but I don't get it because take the NFC Championship game. I thought he played good game for us. He gave us a chance to win that, and I just feel like, man, since he's been here, I've seen a quarterback who's gotten better and better and better and has grown every year, and I would say who's gotten better under pressure every year and really just rise to the challenge. And he's more and more confident. He's more comfortable. So I've said this before. To me, Jared Goff is a winning quarterback. You can win. You can win in this league with that guy, and you can't say that for a lot of guys. So I'm glad that he's here. I'm glad he's ours, and And you could argue he's grown more than a lot of players we've had. People don't always see that, but he really has, man. For a guy who's been in this league a little bit but has continued to improve, it's credit to him.
Man, every time he talks, I get fired up, even when it's a serious answer like this. And clearly, the entire Lions organization has Goff's back as he signed a 4-year, $200 million contract with $170 million guaranteed this offseason. So I guess it doesn't really matter at all if you're underrated, as long as the team you play for believes you're that guy. But I'll say it, Jared Goff is the most underrated player in the league, and if he continues on the trajectory he's been on, I don't think that'll be the case for much longer. And it certainly helped Goff and the Lions that their front office can't stop drafting studs. For one, how they're the best in the NFL when it comes to the draft, check out this past episode of Point of View. Enjoy the weekend. We hope to find you here again next week.